his only way is essence. It's Russell Kane. Out of his cage, it's Alex Reid. And their team captain, Jon Richardson. And facing them tonight, countdown queen, Rachel Riley. Britain's funniest Widdicombe, it's Josh Widdicombe. And their team captain, Jon Richardson. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 54% of blokes would tell a friend if they smelt bad? Sorry, mate, but I need to tell you something. I smell bad. 23% of women over 60 have had a one-night stand, and 40% have one nightstand. Because their husband is dead. Not my fault, I didn't kill him. And in Britain, the highest concentration of ghost sightings is in Derby. Pale, shambling figures with soulless dead eyes and scary faces. The people of Derby see an awful lot of ghosts. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. We've teamed up with a leading polling organisation, and they've asked the British nation what stories they've been discussing this week. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 3 most popular talking points. Sean, Alex, Russell, what have the nation been talking about this week?
It's got to be Giggsy.
Giggsy?
He's been a bit of a naughty boy, hasn't he?
Yeah. Tell me, a bit of a naughty boy, I think it's probably an understatement.
Yeah. What is interesting about the footballers, though, is they seem to pick up all their women via mobile phones. They either, like, send pictures or texts. They say, do you want to go out and have sex? And they go, yeah, all right, and that's it. There's no... What did they do? How did footballers get off with women before mobile phones?
Pigeon.
Yeah.
Pigeon. Imagine that.
Just drew a picture of their cock on a bank statement. Here's my bank statement, and that's what it looks like. I can't draw, so I got Rio to do it.
Rachel, you're a huge Manchester United fan.
Yeah, I am.
Have you met Ryan?
I have, yeah. As well as fulfilling my dream of doing timetables to music, I did some work for MUTV last year.
I'm sorry, what was your first dream?
Timetables to music, that's my day job. You may have seen it, it's on Channel 4.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. So I was shown round Carrington, the United training ground, by Giggsy and Rio last year.
Blimey.
I think you had a lucky escape.
It's a very extended euphemism.
Shown round?
Shown round, yeah. We started in the changing rooms, and we worked our way around.
Don't call it that.
There were cameras there the whole time, it was fine.
So you're a Man U fan,
Yeah.
You've met him. Has he gone up in your estimations, down in your estimations?
I mean, the stupid thing with him was he got away with it for 8 years with his sister-in-law, and then he went for a Big Brother contestant.
I just thought of something.
It's quite normal.
Is it Lego?
First, there's that Imogen business. And incidentally, she came to my New Year's Eve party, and
Imogen came to your New Year's Eve party?
she did.
Well, but now she's famous, so things are going to change.
She's done pretty good.
She's now in a different league.
You know, you have to sign all these NDAs and these, what's the thing they're going...
Non-disclosure agreements?
Yeah, everyone had to sign these.
To come to your party?
Correct, yes.
You're having a laugh, aren't you?
Yeah. Seriously, that wasn't my suggestion.
Because the
somebody
girl,
else has
I remember... Do you remember that girl? I forget her name that you were dating.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember the only reason you're famous? That girl. Don't be nice to me. I will be nice.
OK.
Jesus. I should have booked security.
I might be tired, but
I know, all right. Don't cry, Alex. Jesus.
Anyway, she didn't sign one, and she released on a YouTube of the exclusive footage of our party. And someone got very upset. I didn't care.
Was it at your house?
It was... that's a bone of contention now.
I think I might be about to do my first joke as a team captain.
So stay tuned.
Jon,
Cost.
don't want to put the pressure on you, but make sure it's good.
I mean, you can judge. You can judge.
Yeah.
Close up on Sean as I deliver the gag. I wasn't at the party, of course, because most comedians do gigs on New Year's Eve. So does Imogen Thomas.
Jon Richardson, everyone. Jon Richardson. So, Alex, so you've met Imogen and you liked her, but she sort of socially, she was selling her story. She was trying to get ahead.
That sounds like a great party. You've got to actually sign something to come in.
If you've got to sign something to get in there, surely you want to get in there. It makes it more exclusive. I don't know.
No, it makes me think they're all wankers in there.
Do you see none of his sponsors give a shit? No one's dropped him. Like, I didn't know he was sponsored by Quorn. What kind of moral compass have Quorn got where they're going, well, if it didn't involve a pepperami, I don't care. I mean...
Ironically, he's the one person who won't substitute his sausage for anything.
You would imagine that, you know, vegetarianism's not very sexy. They're probably slightly delighted to have the Welsh Lothario angle. I'll fuck anything, I will. No cutlet. They're talking about him in the papers as if they're saying, oh, he's sleeping in the spare room now. As if he's on, like, a camp bed in a sleeping bag. He lives in a mansion. He's in a massive... He's probably got a telly in there. I'm not... But, you know, these people live different lives.
The other ladies... Is it alleged? Are we allowed to talk about the other?
Oh, we are allowed to talk the other lady.
Sister-in-law, I mean...
Oh, my good. Brothers. What's that all about?
No. It's when a woman has two babies and they're both boys.
Shall we have a look and see whether Ryan Giggs is one of the most talked about things this week? That's the most talked about thing this week. So not only has Ryan Giggs been in someone who's been in Big Brother, but his brother has also been in someone his Big Brother has been in. Ryan Giggs' mum, Lynn, is going to talk to Ryan alone about his affair with his brother's wife. If you're watching, Lynn, our advice, don't wear anything too sexy. OK, Jon, Rachel and Josh, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
Well, we stay on this theme of feuding brothers and the Miliband. Although feuding's just a bit... It's too strong a word for such tedious men. But they're apparently, they don't get on since...
Since the leadership. David found out on TV that Ed was standing against him in the leadership election. I had a friend who found out via Facebook that his girlfriend was pregnant. Do you want to know how? She tagged him in the scam.
I don't understand why it's suddenly back in the papers this week.
Well, because a book came out this week that talked about the extent of the rivalry between them and the fact they haven't really spoken since, and it's actually a lot worse than it was reported at the time. At the time, David went, no, I'm really pleased for him. Brilliant. And actually, he was going, you fucking shit.
But it's not... It would be more of a surprise if they'd really got on and, like... Because you can't... The alternative to them not being at work together is them doing it together, like Jedward on the dispatch box. Like, I'm David, and I'm Edward. I was Deadwood. Here.
Let's talk to the political heavyweight. Alex, what do you think about the Miliband brothers feud?
Well, I'm the youngest of 6, 3 boys, 3 girls. And my brother was... Next one up was like the breadwinner of the family. Big brother, I've always taken advice now, is now working for me, and he doesn't like it.
What does he do for you?
He does.
What's he in charge of?
There's love. He's sort of come on a bit of a manager, and he's the academic, and I'm the...
I think you sort of bore his point out when you said he's the academic and you didn't know the word for what you do.
I've got brothers. There's not much in the way of... I've never had a physical fight with my brother. We used to argue when we were little, but...
He used to beat the crap out of me,
He used to beat the crap out of you?
Yes.
Was there any... When you became a cage fighter...
The worm turned.
If you refer to it as the Reidinator, I think that... Because I'm in cage fighting kudos, but that is a shit nickname.
It's a persona, like...
Me, Reidinator. Is that like a shit version of Kindle? Do you want me to show you?
QVC, $35.99. The Reidinator.
Well, I can tell you that the Miliband's are not one of the most talked about things this week. OK, fingers on buzzers, 2 more to get.
Bruce Forsyth, Sir Brucey, he's been knighted, finally. And people are apparently excited about that.
I think it's nice, you know, he's got one now, along with, you know, his classmates, Galahad and Lancelot.
He really pisses on the term knight, doesn't he? Imagine if you were a kid and you knew about King Arthur and all that. Oh, they're still knights, Mummy. Yeah, there's one on TV now.
Do you reckon at the ceremony, Prince Philip will go, nice to see some young blood coming through?
Do you know, what's amazing about him, they said he's had 70 years in entertainment. And since the 70s, for like 45 years or something, there's been a waxwork of him in Madame Tussauds for 45 years.
Bloody hell.
And they don't change it. What they do is they hold up a recent photo and then hit it with a cricket bat.
They just hold like a patio heater up to it, so it just...
Well, let's have a look and see if it's one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, it is. Yes, Bruce Forsyth was awarded a knighthood in the Queen's birthday honours, so from now on, he'll be known as Sir Brucey instead of just Brucey. That's 9 letters instead of 6. Might not seem like much, but that's just put 50% on the price of a wreath. One thing still to get. Fingers on buzzers.
Is it the juror who was sent to jail this week for discussing the case with one of the defendants on Facebook? So the trial's still going on and she's talking to one of the defendants about who else, her friends who are still in the courtroom. But the thing about it is, when you actually see what this woman's written, I think the thing that she should go to prison for is her appalling grammar.
Yeah. We've got some of these. We've got Don't Be a Stranger, Pal. We have Meet Up Soon, Good Luck.
Well, I think it'd be good for her to go to prison, because in prison, a lot of people often learn to read and write, don't they?
In her defence, come on, listen, there's a... You know, I don't think that's a bad thing.
What?
I do text talk. You with a U rather than Y-O-U.
I'm only joking about the grammar. The main thing is that she's talking to someone during a trial.
Do text talk.
No, I write out every single word, apostrophes. I even sometimes, if I can't do an apostrophe on my phone, I put brackets, there should be an apostrophe there. But if you look at the woman as well, you think so. She is a very good argument against the death penalty. Because if you think there's people like that on juries, people who are that stupid on a jury, you know, never mind telling the difference between right and wrong, she looks like she doesn't know the difference between right and left.
Apparently that's what Wayne Rooney's going to look like when the hair's grown out.
Talking of idiocy, not realising that the Facebook is public, I made a real faux pas. I was travelling on the train, really annoying woman sitting opposite me, tutting everything I did. You know the type of person that can hear your pancreas secreting insulin? Like bowl haircut, middle-aged, bag full of Catherine Cookson novels. So I said, oh my God, total King Canute sitting opposite me, sneaky way of swearing. She's got a librarian's haircut. And she tuts every time I move. The biatch, right? Just forgot about it. The most unlikely object comes out of her bag next. A BlackBerry, right? She's heard me say my name to my bank on the phone, got my surname, has Googled me, right? Gone onto Facebook. She's leant in and gone, now, I've just recognised who you are. And of course, egotistical comedian, what, have you seen me on 8 out of 10 Cats? Did you like my Beyonce dance? What was it? She said this, I think it's very hurtful what you've just written on Facebook. Everyone on the train's like... It's very hurtful what you've just written on Facebook. I wasn't tutting every time you moved. I don't have a librarian's haircut. And this is the worst bit. The reason I'm in a bad mood is I've just visited my friend in London who is terminally ill. Listen, how I got out of it isn't even by my stuff. She's watching this, I'm toast. I said, I was like, oh my God, Totes, you've got it wrong. What I do is I put fake events on there to make myself more interesting, so my followers or... And there was little thumbs under, hey, I'm a librarian, leave it out. It was all underneath. Then I sent a couple of fake ones to make it sound believable. I've just spilled coffee on my knob, and I hadn't. About 10 minutes later, she started crying and going, I'm so sorry, I've just been under a lot of pressure lately. You know, she apologised to me, right there. Right? An hour later, I went back onto Facebook, and underneath the thread, everyone else on the train who'd recognised who I was, opposed to, you just about got away with that, mate. Nice one. of this story.
She's here tonight.
Oh, my God, I'm so sorry.
Let's have a look and see whether this juror chatting to the defendant on Facebook is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, it is, isn't it? Yes, a juror and a defendant were found guilty of contempt of court after making contact on Facebook. I'm worried I could go to prison if the police ever find out what I've been doing on my computer. At the end of that round, Sean seems in the lead. Welcome back to 8 out of 10 Cats. Our next round is Pick of the Polls. Jon, Rachel and Josh, what do you like the look of?
The wedding one.
I don't like weddings because there's absolutely no chance of me ever being involved in them.
There is, they could change that law.
I think we might go for the sexy lady in the specs.
OK. We asked tonight's jury audience, would you rather be beautiful or brainy? What do you think they said?
I went on a date recently and 2 different people came up to us and said that she was far too attractive to me.
Wow.
I'm sure you've had it as well, Alex.
Total strangers came up to you.
One was a drunk Australian man who'd fallen out with his friends and he thought, well, I'll go and slag off this guy who's with a hot girl then. And then the second one was a drugs dealer in Camden who stopped a mobile phone call to point across the street and go, you shouldn't be with her, mate. And I didn't know whether that was the greatest compliment or the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
I go for ugly, stupid women. Really ugly, really stupid. So then people come up to me and they go, you're too good for her, mate. You shouldn't be with her. They go, there she goes. She's combing her hair with a shoe.
You don't have to look any further than our guests to see beauty and brains. Obviously, we've got Rachel. We've got, on the other end of the spectrum, we've got you. Little pois.
Is that a compliment?
Yes, yes, it is a compliment. Alex, what first attracted you to Jordan? What 2 things?
Au contraire.
Go on, so what do you find attractive?
Something. It's the Factor X, the enigma, the... I don't know. It's...
They're called tits.
I like... The whole package!
So, what do you think our audience goes for? Do you think they'd rather be beautiful, or do you think they'd rather be brainy? What are you going to go for?
If you're beautiful but thick, then you never have the intelligence to question why people are hanging around with you. I mean, brains are what make you go, oh, I wonder if this is just a fickle relationship. If you're beautiful but thick, you go, everyone likes me. I would say, as a result of that, they'd say beautiful.
Well, you're team captain. This is your first go, so I'm preparing you.
Not nice to hear that in a woman's voice. This is your first go, isn't it? You're having fun. It's lasted long, isn't it?
I think they'll go brainy.
You think beautiful?
Yep.
I think beautiful, so you're outvoted.
Well, you think the audience would rather be beautiful? What do you think, Sean?
Brains.
All right, let's have a look and see what the audience would rather be, beautiful or brainy.
Yeah, we're right.
Yeah, the answer is 65% of our studio audience would rather be brainy. I'm not sure. If people really did prefer brains, then Stephen Hawking would have sold a few more copies of his topless calendar. Then the winner is the name of our final round. Best way to make someone cry.
I've done a couple of... I like practical jokes. I've done a couple that have gone wrong and upset people. And when I was 17, like, my mum's a bit OCD and would always check where I am. She phoned my mobile and my friend answered it. I'd set this up. And he answered the phone and went, hello, who is this? We found this phone in the wreckage.
Oh, Jesus.
Good joke though, right, guys?
I thought I was bad. Sometimes I don't tell my kids how hot the food is. No, it's not hot. Eat it.
Jon, have you ever cried?
He's a Leeds fan.
Yes, I am. I don't cry about football, though. There's so much real tragedy in my life. I just sort of do it on my own. I just think crying's like masturbating. You've got to get it out of your system every now and again. So just every now and again, I'll just take a night off, drink 2 bottles of red wine, and just, right, let's fucking do this. Go and stare in the mirror, till it happens.
We're talking about crying or masturbation. Stare in the mirror until it happens. Jesus, John. Get the internet. It's not that expensive. OK, best way to make someone cry.
You know when you're really hungover and then they show the snowman? That really hits you right between the eyes.
Yeah. I'll tell you a really good way to make someone cry. This is a brilliant way. Is dress up as their dead grandmother. and then you say, haven't you grown since I died? Oh, haven't you grown? Oh, come on, what's the matter? Don't cry, you used to love me. Come on, give Nana a kiss.
Do you think they're crying at the Nana thing? Or do you think they're just crying and, oh, Sean Locke's had a breakdown, I liked him?
What do you think? What do you think the answer might be, Alex?
Nipple twisters.
You know what, Alex? That's probably why she left you.
I've only got one nipple.
They were big twisters.
She's only got one. Hang on. A little bit of showbiz gossip, interestingly. She's only got...
No. Me.
You've only got one nipple?
Yeah.
How come you've only got one nipple?
Got punched off.
I think I speak on behalf of everyone in this room when I say I'd very much like to see that. So what, nipple?
One good nipple.
One, OK.
One ripped off nipple.
Oh, no, that has been punched off. That's my favourite thing that has ever happened on this show. Sean going... Yeah, that's it, yeah. Yeah, just checking out fellas' nipple. What's the matter with that? Most normal thing in the world. Something you do for pleasure, but it doesn't make you cry.
Is it making love, the way I do it?
Sobbing.
I will give you a clue. It involves eating popcorn.
Watching sad films.
That is exactly the right answer. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are... Rachel, come on, you're good at maths. Do the scores. Quickly, do the scores. Add up the scores. Quickly. Do the maths.
There's no music, there's no music.
There's no... da-da. OK, 17 times 35.
No, not without the music.
Not without the music. Come on, quick, 17 times 35.
Is it 595?
That is the correct answer. Which means Sean, Russell and Alex are the winners this evening. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us, but stay tuned for Claudia Winkleman's new show, King Of. Good night.